I got the next hit song. I'm ashamed to be American, and Trump is the reason why. Maybe they can come up with that new hit song. Man, this is really ridiculous. The more and more, I had to go out and get Ted 2 again, and I really played that movie over and over just to see what they said about Arizona State. But the more and more we joke about this, and the more and more that it's the topic of night shows and stuff, and Saturday Night Live. It's not really funny, man. I mean, it's really sad. Talking about shame to be American. Y'all should. Y'all should be. And I say you guys that seem to be so proud at one time, and talking about your freedom can't be taken away. You should say you're ashamed to be American, and Trump is the reason why. Because you let stuff like this happen, and then you make it the joke of the day, instead of trying to get this man out of office, because everything that he says brings the country down. It's not just him. He said something that was really profound in a way that you would have thought he was the Antichrist, when he said it is not about anybody else but me. It's about me. And what he was saying was, he got beside himself. He was like, shit, I don't care what anybody else thinks. It's me. And right there, he showed that the country wasn't unified in anything that they was in previous years. Whether y'all want to admit it or not, and you probably, if you got something to compare with now, you have to have more respect for Obama than you do Trump. And if you don't, you're just a two-faced, bald-faced liar. But you didn't have anything to compare to him then. Bush, y'all like Bush. Bush was a lot better president than Trump. And I didn't like him at all. But I have respect for him because he had that fortitude to... And I found out a lot of things about when I said he lied about weapons of mass destruction. I kind of went back, and he was justified in a lot of things that he did. I have to apologize for that too. He was. Because then I was looking at something, Saddam Hussein and his sons and everything, and how they were doing. So I didn't know all that was going on. I guess it wasn't the public's business back then, but I do have respect for the man. But how could you go from that, from Bush and Obama to this, and just let it be the joke of the day? It's only making the country weak, and it's having an effect on everybody. A person can yell in a room with everybody being calm. A person can rant and rave and yell and start cussing people out, and it'll turn the whole mood of the room to an angry atmosphere, an uneasy atmosphere. And that's actually what he's doing. He says about him, nobody else is about him. And he's just changing the whole, instead of Americans getting up and saying enough is enough, he said enough things to be legally impeached. But y'all just letting it go, letting it go, letting it go, until you see that first bomb come over here. And the people don't respect him, just like you don't respect him. So you're going to say, how could they do something to America? How could they have the nerve to do this and do that? Well, it's because you letting Trump weaken the country from every word he says. So don't be surprised. Trump has an effect on the kids, the shootings, and everything else. A person that's in power has an effect on everything around them. And it is just much your fault as it is his. People being in power, saying nothing, letting him go on, letting it be the topic of Saturday Night Live. And then when something happened, you sit back and you say it's his fault. No, it's your fault too. Now, I'm not talking about the minority of people, which y'all don't pay no attention to anyway. I'm talking about these people who are so proud to be an American, so wealthy. Those people. Because once you get somebody else in there, I want to hear shit about how proud you is. Because I'm going to always bring up, you ain't say shit when Trump was in there. Why are you saying something now? That's when you should stand up and say, look, I'm ashamed to be an American, and Trump is the reason why. Thank you.